night. Taking it for a wild ride, talk about the longest way down the track. Bouncing from the right to the left. This is Dale Wilkins in the scuff work. Final entry. With the 50 outside track. He's got over 354 feet. Scupper, Dale Wilkins.
Over 400 feet and on fire! Make some noise! Dale Wilkins got one!
Hey everybody, we're live. We're just watching some video from 2018. In about 5 minutes, we'll start talking about the Turlock Pull 2023. And I feel sorry for this announcer. His chops have to be hurting after a night of screaming like that. So.
Oh. Hang on to it, young man. No, 2003, that's 250. Look at that pull entry. He's got a full bullet. He's got a 305.1. He was flirting with that left lane. Over in the orange lane, Dr. Mark Cross, the bailout. Out of St. Louis Obispo. More modified record.
The ideal platform for any organization that is looking to
Now you're in Harrisburg.
Yeah, well, you know, the YouTube does that. Can we still hear Gish?
Oh, I don't know. Can we?
Whoa!
Yeah, I know.
Holy crap!
That'd be like my Christmas present if we could hear Gish for a full show. So.
Yeah.
I'm just queuing up some more video.
I guess
For those
the
of you
first.
joining us early, I got the whole West Coast gang here with us, and we're just sharing some videos. Again, Turlock, California is coming up. L&L Productions first points hook of the year. Jason Titsworth will be our official L&L production thing here, and I just want to say over 400 feet and on fire. Now that's the line for a long time. For a long time.
It's a pretty cool trip, pretty cool ride right there.
That's awesome. I like it. I like
What's
it a lot.
Jason?
I got another video. What's that?
Jason, remember Jason's the L&L Productions 6,200-pound pro modified 4x4 champion last year.
I know that.
Yeah.
So here he is in 2020. What year was this? Tiddy, what year was this? Is it 22 or 21?
I think that's 22. It's 22.
Okay.
22 or 21.
Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie.
Bonnie.
What's up, Bonnie?
That is Chris.
Was this 22, Jay?
Yeah,
Did
22
you-
right there.
Did you win that night?
No.
It's only half throttle. It's only half throttle. You can't win half
I
throttle.
think. Jeez, what's going on?
Yeah.
You got to give the other guys a chance, though. So half throttle every once in a while.
Hey, Garrett Hauser won that one.
Did he? Okay.
Yep.
No, that was 21, Jason.
Oh, was it 21? Then yeah, I did win that.
Yeah,
one.
he won that one.
Yeah, 21. You won that one.
No, it was Bradshaw, wasn't it?
Is it Bradshaw?
Well, here, fellers, I'm going to confirm it. I'm going to put the thing right on the screen. How about that?
The thing. You have the thing.
I got the thing.
Yeah, it might have been Bradshaw.
Well,
So-
21, we were there for 2 nights.
We had 2 nights. I won the first night. Bradshaw won the second night, I believe.
Yeah.
So, what is that here? 309. Show no mercy, Doug Bradshaw.
Yep.
And 301 would have been second. Baby Huey. I've heard of that guy.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was the second night.
Okay. I'm just going through Jason's. These are Jason's Facebook.
Big money on the line. Here's a quick tip here on how we truck. But we're looking at that green light on top of the sled. Then we look for the green flag down the end of the track. He's got to go. It's the California flag.
Yeah, this is one we did.
That's a good video.
Big money on the line.
Yeah.
That was good video, Jason.
Yeah, that was the first night. That's the night you won it.
Yeah, he won the
First night you won it, and the second night, Doug won it.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was a fun night. That was a fun 2-day pull, you know? So
Yeah.
Well, welcome everybody. My name is Jason Schultz with the Beer Money Pulling Team. Chris Daniels, Jason Titsworth, Jason Gish, John Bohr, Code 3. We are talking about West Coast truck and tractor pulling every other Wednesday night. We are live on Beer Money. I do want to expose our pulling fans to West Coast truck and tractor pulling as well, to let them know that it does happen out there. And you guys are good people, just like us, great people in the Midwest. And you're no longer in a drought, technically. So that's even better. So I want to know where you're watching from tonight. Bonnie Tucker checked in. So everybody wave at Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie.
Bonnie, Willows, California is where she's from.
She's up there in wet country too.
That's
Greg Blousy is checking in. Hey, guys. I think he meant Pull Town, USA, Bowling Green, Ohio. On tonight.
yeah, Bowling Green, Ohio. Right on. Hey, bud.
John's wife. Hi, John's wife. Hi, John's wife. Here, so we're talking. It's all about Turlock tonight. Guys.
Paid her, didn't you, John? You paid her to get on there.
Yeah,
It's all about Turlock, California tonight, April 1st. Again, that's the first point took for L&L Productions. We'll talk about L&L Productions here in a little bit. I have their Facebook page queued up as well on one of my screens here. Got to find it. There it is. Bring that over there. Bring it up here. But here is their video that somebody sent me off Facebook. John Bohr did. Somebody's watching from Hollister, California. And here, this is a great video, guys. So check this out. I did a nice job putting this together. Just need to find it again. I swear it's here somewhere.
all except for the ugly guy that's backing up the tractor.
Why is that? Who's the ugly guy?
It's me.
Is it? Oh, okay. I think. No, that's. Is it this one? Yeah.
Saturday, April 1st, raw, insane horsepower will be unleashed at the Stanislaus County Fairgrounds in Turlock. It's ground-pounding thunder as L&L Productions presents the Mid-Valley Spectacular Tractor Pulls. If you've never been, you gotta come see this. If you've been before, well, this ain't your grandpa's tractor pulls. These guys know no limits. They bring it all in an out-and-out fight to the finish. But you're gonna want to get your discount pre-sale tickets now. See Big online at Eventbrite, at the fair office, or just search Turlock Tractor Pull tickets. Saturday, April 1st at the fairgrounds in Turlock. Gates open at noon, qualifying at 12:30. Main event at 6 p.m. Rain or shine. It's the Mid-Valley Spectacular Tractor Pulls. Bring the family and feel the thunder.
has an awesome voice. We'll sell you the seat, but you only need the edge. I love it.
This ain't your grandpa's tractor pull.
400 feet and it's on fire. That announcement was awesome. I wish my voice was down about like 2 octaves. So I would be awesome. And I wish I was pretty, and I wish I had a lot of money. But other than that, I'm very happy.
I hear you're a great life coach, though, Jason.
I'm a fan. So the whole life coaching thing started. I'm known for being really honest, and I say what everybody else is thinking my whole life. I just say it, and you either love me or hate me, right? So we were sitting at my daughter's basketball banquet last week with a group of our other parents and talking about things we say. And so I said, Jason, you should be a life coach. And I said, yes, I should. So I went home and just started doing my daily life coach reels. They're getting about 2,000 views a day. That makes me happy. I don't think I've ruined anybody's life yet. So it's all good.
Not that you know of.
Not that I know of. So.
Dr. Phil of Pulling World, huh?
Oh, I love it. I love it. Again, every Wednesday night, join us here on West Coast Truck and Tractor Pullers. Again, we always talk about if it's happening on the West Coast, these guys are talking about it. So at this moment, I'm going to make the screen bigger for Mr. Titsworth, and he's going to tell us what's going on and rock and roll.
Right on. Thank you, Jason, and everybody for showing up tonight. Hopefully we can clear up some stuff about this different look that we're going to have at Turlock this year. If everybody goes to the csspulling.com website, that's where L&L's got all their scheduled events for this year. They got 10 scheduled events. Well, 10.
Jason.
Yep.
Say that website again.
It's
what's that website?
csspulling.com.
So as you're the host tonight, Jason, and as your color guy, I need you to slow down a little bit so I can put this stuff up on the screen. I thought I should have trained you a little bit better.
Okay. I'll slow it down.
Hold on. Give me a second. This pause brought to you by Jason Schultz, because can't keep up with Jason Titsworth. So.
Way too many Jasons on this show.
Yeah, really. The cheat name that year.
Yeah.
So a couple changes this year. He's bringing up the website here. If you go to the schedule events, you'll be we're going back to where you can click and register online at the top in the blue there. So you can pre-register, put all your sponsors in there. It'll be logged into the computer. When you show up to the poll, it'll be linked to your driver's license number. They'll put that in, and then it'll bring up your sheet for polling for that day, and you won't have to fill anything out. Just pay your dues, and you're off to the races. So that'll save some time at registration for everybody that wants to join in and get with the points here this year. So they are running a full point series with these 10 different cities. Some days or some events are 2 days, and if you click on the Turlock poll April 1st, it'll bring up all the information you need to know for that event. So
I was registering to drive code 3 there, Titsworth. You got me. Now I got to keep up. Click on what one, Jason?
It's right there on April 1st in the blue there. You click on that, and it tells you all the details for each poll.
This is important, guys, because everybody's always talking about how we can make pulling better and make it better for the pullers. These guys are doing it with their website and stuff. So you want to utilize it, okay? So thank you. That was my public service announcement there, PSA.
Cool. So everybody in these classes here at the beginning of this registration or the event information, you got your 45s, 55s, 65s, and 8,000s. You guys are all going to be pulling. It's going to start at 12:30. You need to be weighed in by 11:30, and then we're going to get through all those trucks. As soon as that's done, then depending on how many trucks are there, we're going to go ahead and bring in like the top 3 to advance, or the top 2, or the top 4. Just depends on how many trucks we have, so that we can get through the full show at 6 p.m. We'll bring you back into the arena and run again for the second time of the day. All the modified stuff, you guys will be. We want you guys to hold off on weighing in until after 12 o'clock. until we get everything situated with the gas trucks and stuff. What's the background there?
John, you
And
got
then we need everybody weighed in by 3:30. This is all spelled out here. There's one change too for Turlock. There's only going to be 2 hot passes per competitor for everybody that is going to go out on the track. Everybody else is going to be needed to stay behind the. There's going to be a barrier, and you're not going to be allowed past that unless you have a hot pass. Just trying to limit the amount of exposure of people down there in the chute, and possibly
Is that 2 including the driver, or is it 2 and the driver?
It looks like just 2 total.
2 total. So.
Okay.
It says 2. It says 2 per competitor.
Yeah, 2 per competitor.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then you will have your regular passes, for your rest of your crew. So, and then I was going to ask Mike, which we probably will clear up that day, if we have somebody towing. If you're getting towed out there, is that going to be a hot pass person, or is that person separate? So that'd be my only question to Mike, but we can figure that out that day. So, I mean, the vehicles that you can drive out there, it's just going to be you and one other person if you need them to, lock your hub or help you start or something like that. So, so this is going to be for Turlock. This is going to be kind of what's going to happen for the Turlock Fair Show. The only difference is they're going to do a full show the night before in Turlock on July 7th. So
Friday,
July 7th, they'll do the full rundown of all the gas and diesel trucks. And then the next day, they'll let you know, or that night after you run, they'll let you know how many people are going to come back that will be advancing to the second show for the night. And that's all due to the fairs, with their time constraints that we have. We don't want to have people get out there and then not be able to pull. They shut us down. So they want everybody to be able to have time to go to the concerts too. So, and that's also going to be the same thing in up at the Motherlode Fair in Sonora. On Friday will be all gas trucks, and then you're going to have the diesels, and then all those classes will have a certain amount of competitors advancing to the second show on Saturday. So if you have any questions, you guys can all call Mike or send him an email with anything.
What's Mike's, Jason, what's Mike's number?
I can put it up on the chat here. Let's see.
I'll throw it in the chat.
209-595-3129. And then there was some rumors going around about having to pay after you advance to the second night on, say, the second Turlock show, or the even the one coming up this next week. That's not true. You pay 1 hook fee, and then if you advance the second day. There's no hook fee the second day on Sonora and Turlock. So this events where we're doing the where you advance, that will not be a second hook fee, just to clear things up for people. So,
yeah, the only thing I'd have a question on, and I'll ask Mike whenever it comes time, is so if you take the top 3 on your points run, does the top 3 get decided the next night on the points, or do you get the points for the first night and the second night? So that's going to be some questions coming up on that one.
Yeah, that's a good question. I didn't think about that. So, and probably because I don't really have a truck running in those classes right now. So, and this is the start of the point series for L&L. I was lucky enough to have the help of these guys and, more family and friends, Nick Jackson, JP Shanae last year to win the championship for Mike. And he did a bang up banquet for everyone. It was awesome. Gave us some cool belt buckles and stuff. So it's a neat thing to be a part of. So if you get a chance to run from points for Mike, that's I think it's a good deal. So, one thing I also want to point out is we're back at the Sacramento County Fairgrounds this year, May 27th. So that's the schedule. Well, it's kind of back, but we haven't been there for quite a few years. I think W Gas and L&L did something quite a few years ago, and that'll be in the back in the same arena. I think that's where they do bull riding and stuff.
That's at Cal Expo, wasn't it, Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cal Expo.
This one, Friday, May 27th, Jason?
Yeah. So that's
Memorial
one that's been
weekend.
added that we haven't gone to in a long time. So just want to point that one out. So that's pretty cool to get back up into Sacramento. So we'll have 2 shows in Sacramento this year.
That's Memorial Weekend for that one.
2 different venues, but we'll have the Speedway and then also the fairgrounds. So
Then you got them 2 Nevada ones down there too.
We don't talk about Nevada.
Hey, now, come on. What happens in Nevada stays in Nevada.
that's where the
Oregon
Oregon
trucks
guys
come
go to
down.
win.
Yeah, the Oregon guys come down there.
I know. Well, we had to do that so they can come back.
Right. Yeah. We appreciate that. We do.
We get them back in Oregon.
Yeah. You just come to Oregon, kick our asses. Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny how that works.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if you guys got any questions or comments for Mike, just let him know. He did say that he had some requests to move the scales at Turlock so that we're not, all the cut tires, we're not grinding them on the concrete and the asphalt out there. He's going to try to make accommodations for that when he talks to the fair board to set up the scales maybe towards the back where we can, before we get staged out there in the parking lot. So just FYI, the scale might be in a different spot this year. So just check for that when you register.
Like when they had it right there between the trees. Then you can just pull across and go straight in.
Yeah. So he's going to try to accommodate that so we don't, tear up the tires.
Right.
So
Nice.
Yeah, because they're not to cut.
Jason, talk a little bit about L&L's history. I know you know quite a bit about it. When Mike, I know you don't know the years and stuff, but how Mike started and getting shows and doing all that.
Yeah, so Mike, from what I remember, he was, he was a competitor out there. I met Mike the first time. I think it was, I don't know, it was probably right around 2006 or 7, somewhere in there. He called me to run one of his trucks in the Winter Nationals down for Max Cackle. And then from there, just was there hanging out with Mike and then started running Larry's truck the following year, Rough Idle in super stock class. And that's where one of his truck, Junkyard Dog, and he had another truck, Iron Maiden, that used to run super stock all over. And so from there, Mike was kind of helping Borba with shows until he bought, I think it was Al Thomas's old sled, and started the series pulls in there right down the street from his house at a horse arena type place. I'm not sure exactly what that was.
Series Sports Arena.
Yeah. And from there, I knew Mike because of the super stocks running against him. And then he was helping Borba with pulls, and then he started taking on some shows himself that, say, other promoters didn't want anymore. Maybe they were a headache to deal with or whatever, and that's how I remember him getting started. And I think the series thing, it was just a good time. Just go hang out. It was a lot of our families just there. It was a small little arena place. You can go test and have a good time. That's basically, I think, how he cut his teeth, trying to get into the pulling world. So, but yeah, it was good. It was good times. So
yeah, the Series Sports Arena pools back in the day. I know I started pulling there in 2011, 2012. It was more like a backyard barbecue style pool.
Yeah,
it was just you had, I think it was 8 events there, and it was just like a backyard barbecue style. So you had a lot of fun. They had a band. They had a barbecue.
Cool.
It was a sand pit, but it was fun to go out and do a lot of testing there.
Yeah, I drove a lot of trucks there. Just, people wanted to test stuff, this and that, and then like, hey, jump in, make a pass, like checking things out. It's pretty cool. So
That sounds fun.
That's how Mike kind of got his start, and then he started picking up poles that other promoters no longer wanted to do, and from there, it's grown into, he was the 4x4, supporter more than tractors. Everybody's, MLM and Max Cackle and PTVA, they had, and Valley all had, all the tractors on their side, and I think he was able to really grow that 4x4 classes into what they are today out here on the West Coast.
Yeah, that's the reason why the website CSS is California Superstock Association.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of shows.
A lot of shows, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of shows. Just the super stocks. He cut his teeth. He's come a long way.
Mm-hmm. One of the easiest guys to get along with in Poland, I would say. So.
Yep.
Sure.
Talk a little bit about, like our 2-dayer in Nevada and those kinds of events that Mike has.
So, quite a few years ago, we were always traveling over there to go hit that Yerington pole when Mike took it over, and the numbers were in the tank. And it's not a long distance, but it's just hard to get there. One of those type of.
Yes, it is.
I told you the last 5 miles. And then you beat me. So, but what's cool about that event is, I was talking to Mike for years. I was like, hey, you should add Gardnerville back in, because we used to go to Gardnerville.
Yeah.
And it was put on by like the Shiners long time ago, and that was a great event. It was like standing room only. The whole town was basically shut down and came out for that. It seemed like you got people on top of the hill that are trying not to pay to get in. It's pretty interesting. But under the lights there, it's pretty amazing in the high desert to see that sunset and start pulling, and also, I mean, we all stay at the Carson Valley Inn, and it's a party in the parking lot, party in the casino, party wherever. Yeah. Over those 2 nights. So
it's a lot of fun.
It's definitely one of the best events of the year, I would say.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm glad we come over there. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
we definitely take over the casino.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've had people on stage at their little stage, and been taking pictures, and when we get everybody together, and it's I like those events better where you go and then you get to hang out with everybody instead of just go and then you go home.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
Sure.
I'll send a picture in the thing.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Family. It's definitely a good time.
Yeah, we definitely take up the whole. I mean, we have to plan our rooms a year in advance when we go there.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're always short rooms, no matter what.
We got backup here now, so.
Yeah. So, so that's all I had to say about L&L tonight. If anybody else got questions, let me know.
Yeah.
One thing I was listening to is too bad, like the 2-day polls, man. It's too bad there's not more of those, because those are just, that's fun. And it's also fun. You can try a couple different things with your truck or setup or whatever, but it's just also like you're saying, everybody hangs out and, Friday night, Saturday night and have the party and have fun. It's too bad there's not more 2-day polls, But.
Yeah, it's like that time we came up there for your guys' state fair.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the actual polling was kind of suspect with that sled, but not anything against them. They had just bought it, but when the countries are putting 100 feet on me, I'm like, this is a problem.
Yeah.
But I think what we swapped wins the 2 days, right?
I think we did. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
So, but yeah, you get to test different stuff. I did that at GSI this year. Tested my truck going out of bounds, and they still DQ'd me. I don't know.
Right, yeah. Yeah. I've tested that a couple times. It's weird. Every time they DQ you, I don't know.
But it's cool to throw a setup in it and just be like, hey, I'm already here. Let's just see what can happen. And then you're like, that didn't work.
Yep. Should have done that. Yeah.
Yeah. Or that worked damn good. Try that again.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
If Jay, if you could drive anything in the pulling world, what would it be?
Which Jay?
You.
You're the man of the hour, but
yeah.
I think Alan Babel's tractor. I think I'd like to drive that thing.
Oh, under the influence?
Under the influence, yep. So, yeah, that thing would be awesome.
Yep.
Or maybe go drive like a light super back east or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those things are wild.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
I guess I should have said Schultz's tractor.
Right. Right.
He's on mute anyway.
Yeah, so he's not listening to us.
He's trying
I'm listening.
right now.
I'm listening.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
I'm listening. I'm just trying to behave.
Oh.
Why? That's so fun.
His life coaching skills.
Right.
I just sent him a picture of how it looks whenever we take over the casino.
Oh boy.
Oh shoot. Yeah.
No,
you guys gonna have any new pulls up there in Oregon this year? Gish, anybody promoting anything up there or what?
No, nothing new. Just our standard few. Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's too bad. I mean, the ones that are here are getting bigger, like that Weezer pull. That's going to be huge. I mean, that's not Oregon, but it's close to Oregon. And then that Harrisburg one that gets bigger every year. They're trying to grow that, and make that big. So, but nothing.
We gonna see you into California this year at all, or what do you think?
We're hoping to get down there. Wish you guys would like Northern California a little bit more than that Southern California. It'd be kind of cool, but we're gonna try and get down to a couple. Yes, that's our plan. We'd like to get over to a couple, get down there to a couple. We'll see.
Willits.
Maybe.
Willits, yeah. Yeah, you got to work on Dad about that one. He was pretty good about going down there when it was 3 hooks. Now that it's just one, he's like, that's a long hook for one pole. I'm like,
well,
yes,
no,
there it is.
He could go a little further south, hit Gustine the next day.
Oh yeah, even better. Yeah, you send it south. Yeah.
Oh yeah. 3.5 hours south.
Yeah.
And then just leave the truck here and be ready for Turlock next week later.
Sure, no problem.
We'll put it up for you.
Yeah.
We'll put the valves, man. We'll put the valves
Order in it.
Tune it up. All right, get it ready. I appreciate that.
Whoa.
Oh,
Poor Jay.
Is that better?
yeah. See your pretty face now.
Jason, JT, why don't you talk a little bit about your history in it? We've never really ever gone through your history in the pulling and then getting the flash and doing the flash and everything else on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So in 2003, I met Larry Lopes with Young Guns. He came. I moved in next door to him. Me and Leslie, my wife, we moved in next door, rented a place there in Oakdale, and I got a knock on the door one morning, and I answered the door. I'm like, hey, what's up, Larry? Because I met him, but he's like, hey, can you help me push my truck in the driveway? And I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. So I go out in the middle of the street, and Young Guns is sitting there. And I'm like, oh, you do truck pulling? And he's like, you know what it is? I'm like, yeah, dude, I know what it is. My uncle did it in the 80s. I went with him. And he's like, no way. And so that year, helped him put the engine in the truck and was doing a bunch of stuff when he was breaking it. Had a front end problem that year. And so that first year, I didn't go to any events with him, but I helped him like rebuild the front end a couple times. I don't know, 2-3 times. and just helped him work on the truck a little bit. And we ended up just starting to become friends. And the following winter, he decided to do some changes. He put the 20 amp mag that's on my truck. He took that off Leroy's tractor because Leroy went to a 44, and we put that on his truck before Cal Poly. And it was funny because we're out there at like 2 a.m. Went to shut the hood. We'd put the truck all together, went to fire it up, and realized that the hood didn't shut when we put the front clip back on. And so I was holding a towel like on the sheet metal, and he's trying to cut it with I don't even remember, body saw or something. It was stupid. Like it was so loud. And this is not in the country. This is suburban Oakdale.
Yeah.
But so that's how I kind of got started running with Larry. So that first hook I went with him to was Cal Poly, and the second hook, it was all the way in Klamath Falls, Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I kind of got introduced. That's when I saw Gish's family whoop the shit out of us with like no wheel speed at Klamath Falls indoors. And I was like, wow, okay, that's pretty cool. They made less mistakes, that's for sure. But so that was in 2003. Fast forward a few years later, I started running Rough Idle for Larry. Kind of brought that out of the woodwork. It used to be a puller, then he took it out of pulling when he bought Young Guns, and was running that for a few years up until 2010. His sister-in-law and brother-in-law had the Flash, or his sister and brother-in-law had the Flash, and they wanted to keep it within a network of people that's not going to cut the trucks up, because at that point there was a lot of trucks getting chopped up from the previous the older trucks and making these new trucks out of them. So there's a lot of history with that truck. They knew I wouldn't cut it up, so they gave me a real good deal on it, and I bought it. Funny story on that is my wife didn't know anything about it.
So, honey, guess what?
Yeah, so we had bought a house in 2009, our first house, Leslie and I did, in Oakdale, and so set it all up, it was great, whatever. And so then the deal came up with Flash, and so I ended up taking the pink on my truck, my diesel, and taking it to the credit union and getting the money, some of the money for the Flash, and then I had some other stuff stashed away, so I bought the truck, and then I brought it home, and I said, "Hey, girls, come on out. I want to show you something." And we walk out there, and the wife's like, "Oh yeah, why do you have the truck? Why are you towing the Flash? What's going on?" I go, "I bought it."
How are you still married, man?
Well, let's just say she didn't say nothing for the girls, and then I think the way I remember it was I said, "Hey, this house that helped buy you, so now I bought myself a pull truck."
Oh boy, bad choice of words.
Nah, she's great. She might not be at every pull, but she completely supports me and all my friends, and
That's awesome.
pulling, so she's the best.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
She's a keeper. If you can go out and buy a pull truck and surprise her with it, and she didn't dump your ass on the ground,
Yeah.
she's a keeper, man. She's a keeper. Hey, there it is.
There it is.
Oh, got the body up. John's been tuning on it for you.
Yeah. I've been doing the spark plugs.
Spark plugs, yeah.
No.
So I'll tell that story real quick.
Yeah.
Had a little foobar in 2020, since we had nothing going on in California, decided we're going to go to Burley, Idaho, Shoshone, Winnemucca. And, I've done it a million times. Jason will call me, "Hey, can you switch out the plugs or do this to the truck?" Or, I'll be out here in the shop, I'll tinker, and okay, I'll get it ready and everything. And so we're in Burley, Idaho. It's starting to storm. And Jason comes and gets me because, "Hey, can you put the plugs in it? I'm having a problem with my wrist. It's hurting really bad." I go, "I can't get the plugs in it." "Okay, no problem." So Go to number 1 cylinder. I don't know why. Put the plug in. Things appear at our shop all the time. Yeah, okay. And put the plug in. Go put the ratchet on it. Start twisting the ratchet, and she's not tightening down. Something's not right here. Mind you, this was probably about 2 hours before we pulled. Something
Maybe.
like that.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
And I go and strip the head. Luckily, we had the engine master, Larry Lopes, with us.
Yeah.
And 2 trips to Napa and came out with a Healy coil, got it in it, and made a successful pass.
Mhm.
Yep. Then turned around and bit us in the butt and Shoshone.
Yeah.
Spit it, and
Spit it right out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't say I don't touch spark plugs anymore on Flash.
He's not allowed to touch the spark plugs anymore on plants.
He
Oh, I
just puts
felt-
his
I felt
head down
this.
and walks away.
I felt this tall. I felt
Oh, yeah.
this tall when that happened because we drive 12 hours to go to a pull, and then I go and break the truck before he even gets a chance to pull. I was
Right.
sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
I went right up to him. I said, "I'm not driving my truck. You're driving my truck. If we can't get this fixed, you're driving my truck."
Hey, look, let's just put it this way: if that's all we ever break, we're doing good.
Yeah. No,
Right? No
absolutely.
kidding. No kidding.
Dude. Yeah. So in 2010, I bought the truck and I took it to the first hook with Sonora. It was a 2-day show, and Mike was actually down on numbers, and Mike gave me a call, or he actually gave Brandon Riddle a call and said, "Hey, can you bring your truck up? I'm down on numbers the second night. We need some more hooks." And he's like, "Yeah, we'll bring 2 Pro Mods." So we had just fired the Flash up for the first time since I owned it, changed the oil and all that stuff, and we loaded them up and buzzed up to Sonora. The show was going on, and we pulled through the arena, pulled down the track, and went unloaded, and then they brought us around in line, and we finished the show with Digging It and Flash that night. And it was pretty interesting. The first time I drove it, I have a picture on my wall over here. I had the truck's coming down, but they said that there was at least 4 feet underneath the back tires when I started to back up.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
And I'd driven modifieds before, so it wasn't like. But I found out 2 years later why that happened. The pinion support on the in the rear end was cracked, and it would bind up when you start going in reverse, and then you have to put so much throttle on it, and then it would just lift up. So now it's fixed. It's been fixed for a while. So, but yeah, no, it was pretty interesting. And then in 2012, I ran for my first point series, and I won it with they did the North South series with the guys in Oregon, and then us down here. I think it was a total of 6 shows, or we all met in MacArthur. That was pretty cool. I ended up beating Gary Fernandez to win it all over the prosecutor, Rick Landucci, which I rode on his trailer everywhere. Back then, I didn't even have the trailer to take my truck around. And I ended up winning by 2 inches in MacArthur to win the whole series. So it was pretty cool.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then fast forward, and here we are today. I got to meet all kinds of awesome people in Sublimity and, Utah, Idaho, all around California. Nevada. The Nevada guys, I don't really know.
Whatever.
We only got a couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Gotta come on here and play with
I wouldn't change anything. It's been awesome. So,
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's
Yeah.
fun. And a cool story too that Larry moved in next to you, and that's how you got into it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now you can blame him. You son of a gun.
Yeah. What did you make me do? Yeah.
Yeah. Holy cow, that's a sled.
Well, look at that thing.
So Joey Haberman sent that to me today, guys.
Wow.
Wow.
So I'm assuming Lisa took it, right? That photo, probably.
No, that's old. Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it says 2013 down the side. So that's at least 10 years ago.
I think that's before 2013, actually.
Yeah, it must be.
That's like from the 70s.
Yeah, that's yeah,
Yeah, I think I see Gish in a stroller.
yeah probably. Yeah.
What truck is that?
Almost looks like Show No Mercy, but it's not.
No, it's like the Green Monster or something up there. I can't remember exactly. Ask Joey. Joey, what truck was that? If he's listening.
Yeah, and explain the sled.
That's something else, boy.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
He sent that to me this morning, and I'm just catching up on messages and stuff. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot to put that up on the show. So.
Did you see the crowd, though? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I know. The crowd used to be huge. Just huge.
Well, it was more than just a pool a lot of times, too. It was monster
trucks. Monster trucks. And, yep.
All dirt in there. There's some kind of, see on top of the asphalt there.
Yeah.
They hauled it in.
Yeah, you see the plywood and everything.
Is that a football stadium?
Looks that way.
Yeah. See the yardage on the side.
Yardage sign, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's something else.
That's cool.
The good old days.
Yeah.
That's all right. We're still pulling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still pulling.
So yeah, Jason made a run this year for the points and achieved his goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're sitting in that shop right there, buddy. We talked about it. But yeah, I mean, big thanks to Schilling Hard Cider. I mean, they came on board as a pretty large sponsor last year to allow me to take those funds and run for points. It's pretty special to take that on and go out there and actually win it. It's pretty cool. So
yeah.
No,
that's awesome.
It wasn't given to you by any means. You had to earn that sucker. That long shot right there, nipping on your heels the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were able to squeak by them by 100 points. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, and then in the past few years, in our class, in the Pro Modified class, it's really expanded a lot. A lot of older trucks coming back out, a lot of newer trucks coming out. I mean, when I got back into it in 2010, 2011, and started going to pools and stuff like that, like Jason said, for Schnorr, short on hooks, you'd have 2 or 3 maybe. And now we're looking at almost every event has been minimum 8, sometimes 14, 18. Yeah. It's been really got an upswing to it, and you're seeing that throughout the whole pooling on the West Coast as a whole.
Yeah, that's why Mike has to do this shootout in those lower in the gas classes, because so many trucks show up.
Yeah, Brian said it at that Madera pool that the one run of just pro mods took like an hour and a half to run them. I mean, at one of the shows. So he's like, yeah, we got to do them.
Bigger.
Right. What's up, buddy?
A hog hunting king.
Right. Yeah, he is.
And in that, let me go back. I'm going to find something here for Schultz, but Craig just reminded me of something too. Is the pooling world just turns into, like Jason said, met a lot of people and everything like that. It turns into a family affair. Everybody enjoys going to the events, having a good time on and off the track. Mm-hmm. We're all over the place, going different places and stuff. And, we go out there to have fun, and that's the big key thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
yeah, for sure.
The picture I'm going to send Schultz right now is a prime example of, off-season fun.
Oh boy, this is going to be good.
It's a picture of you stuck in the stream, Chris.
Yeah. That would be you.
I wasn't driving.
I've never seen my passion get out so quick to take a damn picture.
Why don't you get out and help me? I am. Hold on. Let me finish up taking a picture first, and then I will.
He's got to see this. Yeah, whatever.
I'm sending it to Kimmy right now.
Put it in my back pocket. I'm paying you back.
I know you are. So I take as many pictures as I could before you got mad. That's funny.
That was a good time.
Yeah, that was fun. And then we sent it. Freaking sent it to the moon.
We went airborne.
Yes, we did.
Felt weightlessness for the first time in my life. Yeah, we know Craig.
Well,
Krieger.
one drunken night in sublimity, huh, Craig?
Craig, you did one thing right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. There's a motley crew.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Yep.
That picture's worth 1,000 words. And I got another one. That one didn't have Nick. I sent the wrong one, but we all get together outside of pooling and go and have a good time, and it's just getting to know everybody, miles and miles away, having a good old time, and just the networking and the joy.
We get to go barbecue with the Tuckers too when we're there.
Heck yeah. Yeah.
Go barbecue with the Tuckers.
It's good stuff.
So
fun.
But and this all leads back to getting like Jason getting started in it. Pulling at Mike's pools with Larry and Chris. He started back whenever they were still using horses and.
Oh, whatever. Jeez, listen to you.
Gish was in the car seat and decided to double ugly.
Right. Yep. Yeah.
But and we travel all around the western states.
Yeah.
Get to see country.
A lot of people, a lot of different people,
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of kids, and I love when the kids come down, want your hero card or want your autograph on something.
Yep.
That makes it all worth it.
Yeah.
You get good chances of getting fired to be in logistics of the travel crew.
Yeah. Well, when you have motel room 2 hours away.
Well, it was 2 hours one way and 4 hours the other way.
Oops.
Time change did not help that. Did not take that into consideration. But we traveled. We got tons of pictures. We all traveled together, and just the joy of hitting the road. And
yeah, I mean, back in I think it was it 15, Gish, when we went to I only went one time, maybe you've been multiple times to Utah for the Edge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pulling on the edge.
Yeah.
We went over there a couple times, I think. Yeah, I think it was 2014, 15. Yeah. Probably 14 is my guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun too.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun driving home 13 hours one way.
Right. Yeah.
Those guys pulled till like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yeah. Oh, I know. That was insane. It's like they did this pull that was 4 or 5 hours long, and then like, all right, a little intermission, and we're gonna keep going. Keep going. Well, yeah, there's a whole bunch of people parked across the street.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, they pulled till 1 o'clock in the morning. It's like, holy crap, this is insane. I've never seen anything like that before, ever.
Yeah, I remember laying in bed and hearing them pulling still.
Yeah. Just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Yeah, Richard, come on back, man.
I've never towed my vehicle so far in my life. I parked on the other side of that 2-lane highway, like a mile down.
Yeah.
Had to cross some footbridge with the truck.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Skyler's like, it's okay, just go. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Are you serious? Yeah. Yeah. No, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
it's nothing like a site. We don't have very many covered trailers out here, and we're running on open goosenecks and bulls and open trailers, and and I'll go back to 2020 when we were making trips to Idaho and going over there. Here you got, 5 or 6 trucks all in open trailers caravanning to Idaho. And you're going down the highway, going down I-80, heading there, and you get all these little kids and even the adults sticking cameras out the window, taking pictures, honking horns, waving. It's a joy.
I've seen Highway Patrol do that. I mean, Highway Patrol just going alongside, take a picture, and take it.
Right. Yeah.
You look, you're speeding. I mean,
yeah. That's awesome.
All except for when we were coming back from, I think it was Shoshone. There was like 6 of us in a row, and Larry was right in the middle. And Larry on Old Blue, when you let off the accelerator, that thing would backfire.
Oh,
and we're coming through Reno, and it happened to be the same weekend as Burning Man.
Oh no!
And we're coming into Reno, just outside of Sparks, right there at the 395 and I-80 interchange. All of a sudden, we get this wonderful representative of a person hanging out the window of a Chevy Tahoe, flipping us off and yelling at us and saying we're no good SOBs and everything else at each one. And all of a sudden, this car, you can hear it. I was right behind Larry. He lets it off and lets out pop, pop, and then he's got the Dixie horn, hits that horn.
Yeah.
It's freaking hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
That's awesome.
That old 1949 Dodge.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, the traveling and stuff and the shenanigans that happens on the travel is that's what brings up the most memories. We'd go there, we travel 10, 12 hours on the road, passing each other and giving each other a hard time on the CBs and back and forth, and to go there and do 19-second run.
Yep. Travel for 11 or 12 hours to do for 20 seconds of fun.
Yeah. Chance to win $450.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
The craziest thing about riding an Old Blue, though, is I always dreaded like coming out of the restaurant or going into the restaurant, because it never would happen where you just be able to walk straight to the restaurant or straight to get fuel or whatever. Right. Like people are stopping you, and they could care less about Young Guns.
Yeah.
All they want to talk about is the old hay truck.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And,
well,
and you try to talk to them about Young Guns, they're like, yeah. No. This truck here.
Yeah.
I was following him when we went up to Wyoming, and every gas station we stopped at, man, he was there for at least 2-3 hours.
Oh yeah.
People just talk. And like you said, it's about the old Dodge. It wasn't about the pull truck. It was about the old hay. Yeah.
Well, I think I've said it before, but that has got to be the coolest freaking setup out there.
Yeah.
It has to be. Yeah.
I'm sending a picture to Schultz right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty neat what he's done.
Yeah, no doubt. He's what do you try to get him on here?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, he's helped us all out tremendously with stuff over the years, man. It's been awesome. Mm-hmm. So he's still helping us out.
Yeah. He's just that way. He helps everybody.
Yeah.
Craig put up a question, says, Gish, how about the cow falling off the cliff?
Oh gosh. Yeah, that was insane. We were coming back from Tenasket, and that was kind of fire season stuff, and fires were happening, and so we were kind of getting pushed down these different roads and had to go down some narrow roads, and we were dropping down into this little ravine type area with big rock cliffs. Oh, there it is. Yeah, look at that beauty.
There's the old
Yeah.
And Young Guns.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So that's a Ford powered Dodge, by the way.
Oh no! He made
that's Ford powered back there.
Oh, good grief! Starting rumors. That's not
a proven fact.
It's a 440 in there, he said.
440 Ford. It's a FE. It's a FE with aluminum heads, and it runs really well. He's got her dialed in, but it was the only motor that would fit in there.
That's awesome.
The steering, but yeah, that was his dad's truck.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome. No, that's beautiful.
There's a picture of Larry in it when he's like 7 years old, like driving it when they were taking water to the cattle up on the ranch on the Altamont or whatever. It's pretty cool.
That's so neat.
He got it on his fridge.
Yeah,
that's so neat. That's cool.
Kind of cool.
And it'll cruise 70, 75.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
2 axles.
Awesome.
He can do whatever he wants.
No air conditioning. It's awesome.
I don't know about that.
No, he's got AC in there.
Yeah, windows.
No, he's got vintage air in it.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, it's had air ever since I've been around. So.
Oh,
nice.
But yeah, go ahead and finish up there, Gish.
Oh yeah, so we're dropping down this kind of this ravine with big rock cliffs, and up on top were fields, and the cows were getting pushed closer and closer to the edge because of the fire that was coming, and so they were knocking boulders and rocks and stuff down on the road. So traffic was stopped both ways, and we're kind of standing outside and trying to figure out if we're gonna need to get turned around, what we're gonna do. And then all of a sudden you're looking up and you're seeing these cows on the edge of the cliffs, like what the heck? And then all of a sudden these huge freaking cows are falling off this cliff.
Oh my God!
Off the cliff and falling probably, I don't know, it was 100 feet or so. It was a big cliff, and then land on the ground, and it was insane, absolutely insane. I've never seen a flying cow, but they don't fly well. They really don't. They don't.
That's some tenderized meat, huh?
It was very tenderized. Very tenderized. Yes.
That's
pretty insane. Pretty insane. Something not many people have seen that.
So it's a pretty cool story about Old Blue. Larry's, Dodge there, the hauler. He redid the truck, and I was living next door when he did it. And I remember we were rushing to get like all the interior done and finishing touches. It wasn't completely done, but he ended up for his dad's 70th birthday. He brought his dad over, and I don't know if he was hiding it from him or like when it was going to be done or whatever. But for his 70th birthday, he had him drive it up to 50s Roadhouse, about, I don't know, maybe like 25 miles out of town, to have breakfast with his family and everything up there. And dude, I don't think that guy ever stopped smiling about that truck. So,
that's neat. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I remember one time somebody was giving his dad a hard time about the truck being in the barn or whatever, and he looked at him because Youngun's on the back of it, and he goes, "That's my truck." He was a character. I miss that guy.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Good guy. Very good guy.
Yeah, that trip to Klamath Falls, we went up there. We dropped Old Blue off at the fairgrounds or wherever that was, and then we went to the hotel. Well, we threw our bags in Mom and Dad's truck. They'd follow us up, and me and Larry jumped in the back, and I thought his dad was joking. Like while we're going to the hotel, he was like complaining about when we're gonna have dinner and this and that. And I thought he was just joking, And so I'm in the back seat because I don't really know him. This is like the second trip I've actually like been on with these guys, and so Jane and Lawrence are in the front, and I'm in the back with Larry, and Larry's like, "Hey, just go this way, go that way." He's trying to give his dad directions, and he's just getting upset and complaining. So I just start poking fun at him. I'm like, "Hey, man, we'll get there by tomorrow." Just trying to lighten the mood. And he's like going through the roof because he doesn't really know me. And Larry's like, he's like hitting me like, "Hey, shut up!" Like like under his breath in the back seat, and I'm like laughing back there. Like, he cannot be serious right now. He was pissed off serious. It was pretty funny.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
Good time.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. We have many more to go.
Yep. For sure.
Making memories for sure.
Yep.
All right.
Very good.
Yeah. So,
sure, everybody comes April 1st.
Yeah.
California.
Saturday, April 1st, raw, insane horsepower will be unleashed at the Stanislaus County Fairgrounds in Turlock. It's ground-pounding thunder as L&L Productions presents the Mid-Valley Spectacular Tractor Pulls. If you've never been, you gotta come see this. If you've been before, well, this ain't your grandpa's tractor pulls. These guys know no limits. They bring it all in an out-and-out fight to the finish. But you're gonna want to get your discount pre-sale tickets now. See big online at Eventbrite, at the fair office, or just search Turlock Tractor Pull tickets. Saturday, April 1st at the fairgrounds in Turlock. Gates open at noon, qualifying at 12:30. Main event at 6 p.m. Rain or shine. It's the Mid-Valley Spectacular Tractor Pulls. Bring the family and feel the thunder.
Sweet.
This ain't your grandpa's tractor pull.
It's the best line.
It is.
Hey,
This is
one fun fact about the show coming up April 1st, our local Cat Country morning show host, DJ Walker will be announcing the event. So that'd be kind of interesting. They're coming out to support and announce that day. So
that'd be good.
Very cool. That'll be lively.
You know, and this sort of kicks off the entire West Coast season. This is something new with the April 1st pull. I know Mike's season usually kicks off in July, or actually middle of May with King City. Usually when his first pull is. It's something new. We're starting to pick up more and more pulls around the entire calendar. Just this year, Mother Nature has not let that happen. You know, Brian was going to kick off with Bakersfield a few weeks ago. That got rained out. There's some benefit pulls that are going on, like the Valley Cure, pulling for a cure and stuff. That was supposed to be in March, which has been moved to June now.
Cal Poly got moved too.
Yeah, Cal Poly got moved off a week. So, you know, this is actually starting up with April. Almost every weekend has an event coming up. I mean, you're starting it off with Turlock, and then Cal Poly, and then Castile Nas, and then at the end of the month, then we got Los Banos on the last weekend of April. And then we start just kicking off. And May's full, get into June, get in July. We start picking up almost every weekend starting off on the April 1st. So this is basically the kickoff for everybody. And they target for coming out. Chowchilla in May, King City in May, Dixon. When we get into like you said, you got the Sacramento Memorial Weekend. I know I'm missing a couple in there, but you know, this is basically the kickoff to the entire season, the entire 2020 season.
That's good.
Oh yeah, and then also too, James, I actually get to get a hold of you and get you and Rod on here possibly next week, along with Cal Poly. But Arizona's kicking off April 13th through the 16th. They got a big weekend coming out of Western State Pullers. We'll be getting them on here and discussing that probably next week, hopefully, if we can get that arranged. But, you know, we're going to be talking to Cal Poly coming up next week. I talked to Trevor and line that up, and then, you know, possibly talk to Rod and James on Arizona. And then we get into some Nevada pulls, and then with the Petros boys up there, Believe Pulling Sled, you know, they got their big events coming up like Weezer, and they're slowly announcing all the invitees on that invitational up there, and that's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
And then up there in Oregon, I know Jason, Klamath Falls. What's usually the first one up there that you guys have?
Probably. Well, we'll go obviously the Weezer and stuff that's happening, but Harrisburg probably be one of our first around here. So, yeah.
Yep.
So it kicks off the season. You know, everybody starts coming out of the woodwork. They've been hiding all winter and sitting in barns and getting ready, and you know, long as Mother Nature don't try to send us sideways like she's been doing, we'll be out in full force starting on the 1st of April.
Yeah, heck yeah, right on.
Right on.
So,
Can't wait.
Get your truck fixed.
Right? Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us for another hour packed action. Jason Gish was here the whole time. Praise Jesus.
Yes.
One in a row.
One in a row.
No,
Actually,
that was awesome.
I'm gonna put all the Jasons on the same line, and then
There we go. Yeah.
Triplets. The triplets.
Wow. Manny Mo and Jack. Yeah, 2 Wilcox. Yeah, the NHRDA. Yep.
Right on. Oh yeah.
James, I'll be getting with you on that here in the next week or so.
Yeah,
we'll get that all put together.
Be in touch with you, bud.
It was a blast last time we had him on here.
All right, boys.
Craig's going 99.
He's old.
He's old. Like the youngest one.
You know, it's always a good time with everybody in Poland.
Yeah,
it's always a good time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great night.
First, we'll see you next week.
Thanks,
everybody.